Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is a video lecture series on the blockchain technologies. So this is the first lecture on the blockchain, okay. So it's nothing but the introductory lecture on the blockchain. So before starting the lecture, you can see these two diagrams on the board. This is the first diagram, this is the second diagram. So basically you can what is the difference between these two? You can clearly see the difference that in the first diagram we have a central node, and in second diagram there is no such central authority or a central node. Okay, in the first diagram this central node is connected to all other nodes. Okay, and in second diagram you have all other nodes are distributed and they are connected with each other via links. So these are the two diagrams. So this is the centralized architecture and this is a decentralized approach, and blockchain supports decentralized or distributed approach. Now why it is like that we will discuss in today's session. So our first is definition of blockchain. What is a blockchain? Blockchain is a technology in which multiple authoritative domains who don't trust each other wants to collaborate, coordinate, cooperate for information sharing and decision making, rational decision making. Okay, they want to share information with each other but without the central authority. Okay, for example, in any organization or any company, there is a boss and then there are other employees. Generally, the boss is doing the planning of the workflow and all other employees follow his orders and support him. So basically, central authority is boss. So that type of architecture is not supported in the blockchain. Blockchain supports distributed architecture where every node is considered an authority. There is no central authority in the blockchain. It supports distributed architecture. All right. So in the central node, okay, in the centralized architecture. Now next is I will directly jump to third point, which is a centralized architecture. In the centralized architecture, there is a central node, and all the information sharing takes place through this central node. Suppose this node wants to share information to this node, then it has to take place through the central node. Okay, or if these nodes want to broadcast information to other nodes, it has to take place through central nodes. Node means your laptop, mobile phones and all those devices. All right, now this is the centralized architecture, and what is the drawback of this centralized architecture? If the central node fails, entire system will collapse, all the nodes will get disconnected. This is the drawback of centralized architecture, and because of that we have distributed architecture, which is in this diagram. Okay, now here for example I have taken 4 nodes, but in the large distributed system there can be many nodes and communication links. Okay, clear? So document sharing. In document sharing, now first of all we will consider the centralized architecture document sharing. Now there are Google Docs. Okay, Google Docs, you know, in the Google Drives we have documents and multiple users can edit those documents if owner gave edit access to them. Okay, now in this case, if because of the large bandwidth requirement or if the huge network traffic, the Google Docs is taking more time to upload on your PC, then it will take a longer time for you to update that document. Okay, but if the there is a central server in a centralized architecture, there is one central server, and if that server fails, your data is lost, your system collapses, and if there is no backup or you haven't backuped your data, you cannot modify your data. Okay, clear? So this is the centralized architecture drawback. Okay, now my question to you is, why we are using Google Docs? This is my question to you. Okay, you have to think about it and answer in the comment section below why we are using Google Docs. Why can't I just share the document, edit the Word, Microsoft Office Word document and send it to my friend, any XYZ friend? Why I will use a Google Doc? Okay, clear? You have to comment in your answer. Now next is distributed architecture. Now you can see this distributed architecture. We know the drawback of centralized architecture, and to overcome that drawback we have distributed architecture. And this distributed architecture, every node is having blockchain copy. Suppose this is node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. So every node in the distributed architecture is having a blockchain copy. Blockchain copy is your global data sheet. Now what is this global data sheet? Global data sheet is a sheet which stores all the transactions which are taking place between these nodes. Suppose there has to be transaction between node 1 and node 2. Then that transaction is recorded in the global data sheet. Time of that transaction, and that transaction cannot be tampered. Okay, when that transaction occurred, all the details of that transaction are stored in the global data sheet, and global data sheet is our blockchain copy, and here every node is having the blockchain copy. Okay, and suppose this node wants to modify that blockchain copy, then it is made sure that that blockchain copy is consistent. That is, there is a synchronization. How? Suppose this node modifies that blockchain copy, then that modified copy we can be accessed by these three nodes also. Along with this node, these three nodes can also access simultaneously that modify copy. And now again, after that, this node again want to modify the modified copy, double modification. Then again it is updated and all other nodes can access the double modified copy. So in this way, this blockchain copy is consistent, it is synchronized, and all node has access to the blockchain copy, and it consists of the ledgers where transactions are recorded. Now what is ledger, what is blockchain architecture, this I will cover in the upcoming lectures. So this was the introductory lecture on the blockchain. I hope you have liked this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Bye.